Hi, this is Phoenix Genesis for PhoenixGenesis.com and our two YouTube channels, Phoenix Genesis and Fry Camp. And welcome to my Walmart palace. Let's take a quick tour. Now, last video I showed you my little itty bitty 1 pound 7 ounce Walmart kids tent that I'm taking on the PCT, but I want to show if you wanted to upgrade just to a little bit more comfort. A lot of the PCT class of 2017 said they really enjoyed having a 2-person tent, and again, you know, these are for people on a budget. These are the but these tents are great quality. Everybody laughed. I took this at the beginning of the PCT in 2016, and everybody had very expensive tents, and honestly, I mean, it didn't leak. I was fine. I was warm and comfortable with it. I didn't understand too much about condensation back then. Now I do, so now I can accommodate and adjust accordingly to that. There's only one door, and you can see there isn't much mosquito netting right here, so there isn't a lot of ventilation. You've got the little ventilation up here. So you could do the same hack I did. Look at my last video and put some mosquito netting here and clip it on with some clothespins and kind of expand your insulation for the hotter times of being on the PCT, especially if you want to use this as a sun shelter. Weight on this one is 3 pounds. Because the flooring is so thick, I don't really need an inside, footprint, only the underneath one, and the same one, the lightweight one I have for the other tent I can use on this one. The only reason I have my Ninja Turtle $7 Goodwill sleeping bag totally unzipped as a quilt in here is because my dog slept in it last night, and I have cats. Like, hi Suki, yeah, I have cats, so I don't want them to rip my tent bottom. Merlin did do that once, my orange cat, not Suki, she's a good girl, and she comes in and sleeps with me, and we keep their nails trimmed, but still I don't want to rip that. So now what I want to show you is again, now this is for more comfort. I only had one quilt yesterday. Now I have the two of the, they're called the Black Diamond, double Black Diamond packable down throws from Costco on sale. They were $16.99, and normally I think they're $19.99. And I got a seam ripper, Joann's Fabrics, that was $4, and seam ripped it. Now I did I think this is called a Caro Step seam rip, and so I seam ripped it. It looks like one of my seams, that's not good, ripped over there and came apart. That's really not good. But anyway, so these, what I did was there was 4 little itty bitty squares right here, and I seam ripped it to one big square, and it kind of opens up the down, and I mean the loft on this is absolutely amazing. And I've been using just one at night, but last night I was really sick, so I had 2 of these on. I'm still sick. I was supposed to leave on the PCT, but I think I'm postponing for a week because my boyfriend's sick as well, and he has to drive me down there. So anyway, let's go here, and then this one got a little more compressed because it was underneath. And this is the kind of the vertical tube rip, and this is nice and lofty. And by having 2 different rips on these throws, what you're doing is you're preventing everywhere you get, see right here where it kind of the seams pull down, you're going to get hot spots. So by not having that, having different rips on here, the seams aren't overlapping, so it ensures that you don't get any hot spots. And I didn't feel one spot that was cold at all. So now I showed you in my last video with the other tent yesterday that what happens here is, this is the Sol Emergency Light Bivy. They're really great. A friend gave it to me in Idlewild last year while I was on the PCT, and last night, the night before, excuse me, I slept on the orange side because I wanted to see how warm I was, and this material is so breathable and soft, and just nicer than sleeping directly on that carcinogenic plastic of the air mattress. And you know, just the feel of it, it just gives you, it's almost like having a nice little breathable sheet on there, and without having to carry the extra weight of a sheet. And so this time I flipped it inside out to have the reflection of the silver, and it did keep me very warm. The bottom part of me was not cold at all. It really upped the R value. It was just the top of me that was cold because I was sick. And again, underneath here I have 2 of these really lightweight window sunshades I got at the dollar store. Super, super light. And again, because I want body heat reflected up, I can have it reflected this way. And if I don't want, if it's hot out, then I go with the white facing up with the orange on the saw bivvy. And again, the having these extra little layers are only a couple ounces, but what this is going to do, guys and gals, is prevent your air mattress from getting punctured from pokey things. And also having, you know, this thicker flooring also is going to prevent having your air mattress punctured. And if you're just really careful, especially where you place things in your tent, I mean, I try to make sure nothing pokey is going to be near me, and you know, putting things up there at night before I'm ready to grab them and go to sleep, and then have a dedicated place over on this corner away where nothing's going to poke will go a long way in not puncturing your air mattress. And I can't say that enough. My boyfriend and I are experts in air. Well, he's the repairer, but we're experts at finding leaks and constantly repairing air mattresses at home because we sleep on one, so I'm really good with that. So anyway, now for pillow, I'm sorry, I have to have a pillow. I've said this, otherwise I'm just absolutely miserable. I was crushed by a car and I had some damage to my neck as well as my back, so I need pillow. Again, I did a whole separate video on these two pillows. Check it out. Now, what I did is, if this unzips and you can wash this, but if you don't want to take it out and then have to restuff it with the stuffing, then you just use the really ultra light, super, super soft and ultra light compression sack for the double black diamond packable down throw, and you can use that and put that in. Just make sure this part right here doesn't like jab you in the face in the middle of the night, but otherwise it was nice, and it prevented it, believe it or not, kind of like from slipping around. I don't know why it gave it more grip, but it did. And then I put this one underneath, so I put this on top because I like having my head elevated, and then I put that one there with the cover on it. And also, the reason I like two pillows, I want to go back, is because sometimes you just want to elevate your legs and get the little extra for elevation for blood flow, to get the blood back down to the heart for recovering at night, so you can throw those under your legs. Also, that's another thing, if you're only taking a shorty air pad, what this is great for is that you can use this instead of your backpack. I don't want a backpack under me, especially if the backpack's like all grungy and dirty, and you know, I don't want to you know, break any of the backpack. You can just blow this up, and this is 2.5 ounces, and you're still saving weight having a shorty air pad. And you can put this kind of at the end, or you can plop it up here and kind of stick your feet in there to kind of have a little extra warmth if your feet are cold. But my feet are always hot for some reason. And then see here, I'm using the REI Flash air mattress, and I just wish it wasn't so long. I mean, you know, but that's what I got, and I don't have money to go get anything else, and it's easy. Just pull it and, you know, stick your finger down there, and it deflates super fast. Now, someone gave me the first year on the PCT in 2016, this wonderful gentleman gave me the Sea to Summit. It's like a double valve, so if one part of your mattress pops, you still have another part, which is fantastic. It's just way too heavy, that's why he gave it to me. So this one's way lighter. This comes in at about, I guess, about a pound. And again, that one does not, for some reason, the Sea to Summit one doesn't deflate very quickly. I need to pop the other side. That's why it's taking a while, because I have it in here, but I'm just going to leave it. Then I probably will not take this because I have a super light rechargeable little lantern thing I've made. Again, do-it-yourself hacks. I'll show you that. And but I've been using this just because it's at home and I just like it. And I'll do videos on these different lantern options. So this is the older model. Sorry, I'm still sick. Doesn't have the solid red light. And then up here on this, this also gives stability to the tent, this little you know, top here. And what you could actually do is put a headlamp here. This is what I did in 2016, is I put the headlamp here, and this would the headlamp would shine down, and that's all you needed for light. So that way when I went to the bathroom in the middle of the night, I could find my way back. So I had a headlamp to see where I was going and a headlamp to find my tent, because they all start looking the same at night. And you know, this has enough room to fit your phone, you know, your glasses, and last but not least, your sleeping socks. And then if I don't need the sleeping socks and I get hot and I want, you know, I don't want anything up there at night, I want ventilation, then I just stick the little socks right here. And again, I would stick this over here and over here where it's easily accessible, but also where it's far enough away from the air mattress. And when Jake sleeps here, he likes to sleep. He curls up and he likes to sleep facing down and by my feet. For some reason, even on the bed at home, he likes to sleep in the opposite direction. So I know he's not going to touch this stuff. So everything I need, some toilet paper for the night, my headlamp, whatever I need for the night, a knife, I'll just keep it right there where it's accessible. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'm gonna leave in a week now. I'd better be better, but even if I'm not, I'm still leaving in a week. Phoenix Genesis once again, and I'll see you on the trail. Bye.